Welcome to your daily focus, May the 23rd, 2022. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. I send it right back to you. We have the 23 energy today. So the 23 energy is always about powerful forces guiding you into safe ports. So really going with the flow and just doing, being, becoming. And know that when it comes to decision making, when it comes to moving forward in a certain direction, that you are surrounded by God, your angels, your spirit guides, past loved ones, guiding you into that safe port. So go with your gut feeling. And if people oppose you, so you say you're going this way and everyone's like, no, you can't go that way, do not quarrel, okay? And that was part of the lunar eclipse message, wasn't it? Don't quarrel with them. You're not going to get anywhere by quarreling. You're just going to escalate, maybe. So find another way in of how to be of service, of how to compromise, of how to, but not giving yourself away in the process. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 16. That's about awakenings. That's understanding what no longer needs to be a part of your life and allowing it to go. 1 plus 6 is a 7, so it could have very much to do with relationships, but it definitely does have to do with standing in your truth. Sun is in Gemini, Moon is in Pisces, so probably more of a dreamer kind of energy today. Although Gemini is busy, we might be busier in our minds than actually out there doing stuff today. Sun and Jupiter are getting along in the sky, so the Sun is the I am and Jupiter is the expansion of. So when it comes to creating material wealth, abundance, increasing your knowledge through study, through travel perhaps. And actually the 23 is a travel kind of energy where something happens where you need to travel, or you learn because you have traveled, or you've always wanted to travel to a certain place and all of a sudden the money shows up, or you win the contest on the radio, whatever it may be. In some way, a lot of us can be traveling, but traveling physically or traveling within our minds by growing our answers, our knowledge, our wisdom, our understanding, our clarity. But the expansion of, definitely. And then we have Mercury and Mars getting along together in the sky. So we are driven to succeed under that kind of energy. We have a strong sense of purpose. Our confidence is raised. And definitely our confidence instills with us listening a little bit more to our intuition and believing in ourselves and our thoughts and what we think we should do as the next step. Okay? Sharp mind. Absolutely, with Mercury and Mars, and definitely a fighting spirit. So anything that you are doing competitively, if you're doing something competitively today, it's a very strong energy for you in order to be successful. Okay, so strengthen your independence and your independence thoughts. So there's a lot of energy allowing us to really go in the direction of where we want to go rather than where people are telling us to go. So having a little bit more control of our path forward today if we want it, if we decide to embrace the energy. Free will is always there. We don't need to, but today would be a day to embrace a happiness or an optimism. And you'll find that things come a little easier to you today under this kind of energy. Oh, our shadow card first, right? Oh, look at this, the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords for our shadow card. The Eight of Swords is all about a new perception, a new understanding. Where we thought we were trapped, where we thought we couldn't go forward, we find out that in many ways we have limited ourselves, or we have allowed somebody, maybe it's the glass ceiling, right? We never thought we could go through that, but we actually put it in place, or we allowed others to put it in place, and it's shattering that glass ceiling and being able to go forward. It's getting that aha moment, that epiphany, that knowledge that you can go forward, that awakening, that understanding. Our first card, look at this, the King of Cups. King of Cups is about making the list and checking it twice, making sure that we are covering everything, that all of our ducks are in a row, that we're not forgetting things, we're not slacking on things, that we're meeting our responsibilities, we're meeting our obligations through love, through compassion, through togetherness, through wanting to create love and joy, happiness, giggles, and smiles. It's also about creating a sense of serenity or peace of mind in our lives. And actually, the Sun and Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is in Pisces, so we could be a little bit more towards wanting to tap into spirituality a little bit more. God or angels or spirit guides, our intuition, our inner child, perhaps. So it could be highlighting where we want to expand when it comes to being of service. Maybe service to a loved one, service to a community, service to the world. This card kind of reminds us not to forget about the little details and to do a self-check, a health check on yourself. Do I have enough money? Are the people that surround me true to me, love me, support me, understand me, are like-minded? Are the environments I'm putting myself into, are they healthy for me? Do they strengthen me? Do they give me a vitality? How do I create time and energy and resources for myself? Am I happy? Those are all questions that you can ask yourself with the King of Cups here. Do I like my job? Do they treat me well? Do they respect me? Page of Swords. Page of Swords. I love the Page of Swords. Now, be careful with the Page of Swords. Page of Swords can be a little flighty. Page of Swords is kind of like the energy of, I just want something to happen, therefore I'm going to do this, and I don't care what happens so long as it changes what's happening now. And most times we end up flat on our face when we do that because we didn't think it all the way through. We didn't think about the little variables that could happen in that situation, which blew it really in the complete opposite direction of what we were hoping for. Now, this is a highly spiritual card, so ponder. Think it through, but you also need to play devil's advocate when it comes to this card. We get very spontaneous, and I don't think the energy is for, well, the energy kind of is spontaneous too, so we can get caught up in that and not think something through. Not thought something through. So make sure that what you are planning and what you are doing and what you are executing is the word I heard, is you've thought it through. You've thought about, well, what if this happens or this comes into play, or what is my long-term advantage by instilling this kind of energy now into my life? What is the short term? What will it attract? What will it repel? And then we have the Queen of Wands. So a king, a page, and a queen show up, royalty. So we are the diplomat, or can be the diplomat today. We can be highly intuitive today if we plan on listening to our intuition, not arguing with it, letting it guide us, going with the flow. The Queen of Wands, she's kind of like the judge and the jury kind of thing. She asks the questions. She does not make a decision until she has asked all the questions, she's gathered in all the information. And then and only then does she decide on how she's going to go forward after dreams, goals, desires. And she doesn't hope, she doesn't wish that these things will manifest in her life and her kingdom and her empire and her world. She knows it. She knows it. She never has to look back on this decision again. So it's up to us right now to be this Queen of Wands and ask the questions and research and educate ourselves and grow our talents in order to say, this is where I want to go and this is what's going to happen. And I can't wait for it to show up in my life. And I'm going to start walking towards it. And I'm going to wake up one day and it's going to be my reality. Because you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is a yes going forward. Because you've researched it. You've asked the questions. You've read the fine print. Now it is an end card, and I will give this little Mercury retrograde. If you are making a decision, make sure it is well thought out. Chances are you're going to get more information if you can hold off on making a decision. But if you've thought it through, you've done your due diligence. Or you don't need to make the decision today, but you can wait. You can bring in more information. You can research a little bit more. You can educate yourself a little bit better. Okay, we'll get a mantra card here. Oh my goodness. They're alive. Okay, here we go. So we have beautiful, strong energy around us, very harmonious energy that we can tap into, seize in a happiness or an optimism, a confidence within ourselves in order to make some decisions, in order to look at what we need to leave, where we're going. Going with the flow is vitally important today, especially with the 16 energy, because the 16 energy brings in that awakening of what we thought we needed, we don't. And sometimes when we allow God, our angels, our spirit guides to actually set that up so it leaves our lives, we fail to step up to the plate. It's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to work through that energy. Okay. Sensuality. Express your sensuality. There is a beauty. There is a beauty there. So being a sensual person means to heighten your sense of awareness for touch, smell, taste, hearing, and feelings. Sensuality plays a big part in a sex life, as well our overall ability to derive pleasure from life situations. Take advantage of what life has to offer and live with love and passion. Be eager to experiment in life. You will make great discoveries of mind, body, and spirit, fulfilling your desires and enjoying the ultimate contact with another. Sensuality embodies all the qualities of self-awareness, including your uniqueness, your authenticity within your own comfort zone. Express your sensuality in your own way and rediscover your own vitality. I live life to the fullest with passion and love. That's the mantra. I live life to the fullest with passion and love. So it is a day to embrace your passion. We have the confidence there. We have the optimism there. We have the happiness there. So embrace. And the seven energy, standing in our truth and really bringing in things that make us joyful, us happy, us content. Excuse me. I forgot my water. And I'm thirsty. So I got a little bit of a dry throat. So a little tickle starting up there. I need a sip of water and there's none to be had. So pretty sure I'll survive. And who do we have here? The heron. Patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. Patience will bring you rewards. So it's reminding us as we go forward, as we grab onto our passions, our dreams, our desires, as we grow, as we contemplate if all of our ducks are in a row, if we're taking care of everything, if we're meeting our responsibilities and our obligations, if we've asked all the questions, if the next move is the right move. And talking to God, our angels, our spirit guides, and bringing in the answers, but also once we set that goal, that dream, that desire, to have the patience. Yes, yes, step confidently towards your purpose, but have a patience in everything showing up in its own divine time for yourself. It's taken you how many steps, how many doorways, how many paths in order to get to the here and now. So know that it's going to take time to walk through and into your new path and into your new joys and happiness and desires. So have a patience. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. But rather turn that restless energy into something that, some kind of exercise. Garden, do the dishes, go golfing, go for a walk, go for a swim, go play volleyball. Whatever it may be for you. But have a patience with yourself, with God, your angels, your spirit guides, knowing that everything is coming into being. Create a place in nature's stillness to be renewed. Now, if you're a longtime viewer, you've probably listened to me creating a space in your mind, so I'm not going to do that today. But, meditate and create a spot in your mind that is filled with nature, filled with beauty, and that allows you to just breathe. Take time alone to find balance. Take that time out. Put yourself on time out. No phones, no TV, no computer. Light a candle, put on some music, and breathe. And just relax. And feel that tension flow out of you. And feel that goodness come in and rejuvenate you and make you strong again. If you feel like taking a nap, take a nap. If you feel like going down and just listen to the ocean waves, or the lake, or the river, or that stream, or that waterfall, then do it. Or if you just want to get out in the middle of the forest and listen to all the birds talking to each other, then do it. Rejuvenate you in a way that it works for you. And don't worry what other people say. Don't get in an argument over it. Just simply back away from the situation and take care of you and stand in your truth and step forward. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.